Because now I'm Puka Nacua, the way he burst onto the scene. I guess that's what'll make you do it.
That'll do it.
And what did we hear driving home? They were looking for a little bit more speed in the slot, right?
That's right. Yeah, I was in the car with the right here,
Lou was
maestro.
chaperoning me back to the hotel. We're having a conversation, going over some personnel. Lou's listening in, and we were told that they were looking for a little bit more speed at that slot. The Rams.
Gotcha. Rams.
Yeah, man.
Devontae Adams provides that.
You have some news too, Adam.
It's official, 4 o'clock, and this is what this is going to be about in the next 39 minutes. Teams making certain moves official. The Jets will officially move on from Aaron Rodgers at 4 o'clock today, to the surprise of nobody, but it will become official. They will take on $49 million in dead cap money by releasing him today. He'll be designated as a post-June 1 cut, meaning they'll carry $21 million cap hit until June 1st when it drops to $14 million. But they then will absorb a $35 million dead cap hit next year. So Aaron Rodgers is gone, but there are ramifications, and he then officially will be a free agent, free to sign wherever he wants, whenever he makes that decision.
Dan loves dead cap. I just see your face on that.
I mean, did this have anything to do with us still not knowing and not being officially released till 4 o'clock? Is that part of the reason?
Is he waiting on that?
Is that part of the reason why, to your knowledge? Do you know
it's not, because he had been given permission to talk to other teams. So what we're waiting on is for Aaron Rodgers to process all the information, figure out what he wants to do, and then make a decision about where he would like to play in 2025. Again, I think people believe it'll be Pittsburgh, but we don't know from him.
Just remind people the timeline here. I realize you don't know exactly, but
I was told yesterday, we said on NFL Live yesterday, it could, quote unquote, take some time. Whatever that means. I don't know. It takes some time. Some time could be a day, could be a week, could be a month. But I was told yesterday it'll take some time.
Okay, some time. So I like that one.
Frustrating.
Let's put that on the bottom line.
Take some time. Because whenever he decides, it'll be right.
Yes.
It took a little time.
That's right. It was actually.
Do you know if he has notified the teams that are interested in him that, yes, I'm playing football in 2025 officially?
No, I don't believe he's done that.
Yeah. He said he intended to, right? He's alluded to intending to play, but it's a good question.
I don't think, let me put it another way. I don't think they've been given any indication that he's not playing.
Okay.
That's a better way of saying it.
He's not retiring. Okay. The other thing about this
He told Adam to lose his number.
I know.
Adam doesn't know what he's
Sorry,
doing.
Adam. Well, nobody
Adam
does.
knows
He may not even know yet. Now, just before we go to break here, the Giants also need a quarterback. So Russell Wilson's out there kind of dangling. We'll see what happens there. And the Steelers. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because we all are putting Aaron Rodgers first, and he is first. And I think the Giants and the Steelers are both waiting on an answer from Aaron Rodgers. But I'm just going to say I think Russell Wilson's got some options. Yeah. More options than people realize.
Ooh, okay. Well, that's a good team.
And so, yeah.
We're going to talk about that when we come back.
Okay.
We're going to go to break.
Minnesota should be an option for Russell Wilson.
Ooh. All right. Well,
I think his options extend beyond the Giants and Steelers is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. We're leaving it right here, and we promise you at home we're not going to talk about this in the commercial break. We're just going to talk about it when we come back, okay? That may be not an actual promise. But Adam is going to talk about more on Aaron Rodgers and what's happening with him, as well as Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson will not be on the street till June like DeAndre Hopkins, I promise you.
Okay, so is Russell Wilson signing before
stay in Washington
to a team?
I think it'll be strong because, look, you're talking about, first and foremost, a high-character player who is going to do all the dirty work that you need a wide receiver to do, in addition to doing the number one job that a wide receiver needs to do, which is catch the football, move the chains, be where the quarterback needs him to be. Okay, it'll be interesting to see what Cooper Kupp is looking for.
Yeah.
Is he looking for a veteran quarterback team that is going to be a contender right now? Does he want to play with an upstart hotshot quarterback that he feels as though he could help develop and bring along and help build something? You know, because that's two different profiles, right? Because to me, what I'm pointing to is if you're New England, how can you not be absolutely just pressing this guy 24/7 to try and get him to work with Drake May? I think it would be perfect. But does Cooper want to go to New England? Does he want to come to the East Coast? Does he want to play in that kind of weather? Does he want to stay out there, you know? So then, again, I mean, maybe he just jumps locker rooms and he just goes over to the Chargers and says, hey, Justin Herbert, I'm here for you, man. I mean, I think that would be a good move, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his services, if I'm a general manager and I'm a wide receiver needy team, I'm all over this as soon as 4 o'clock comes around.
He's only played with Matthew Stafford. So there's a standard of quarterback play that he's certainly accustomed to as well. I'd have to imagine that factors in. If I were the Chicago Bears, I would do everything I could to not get off the phone with Cooper Kupp. No quarterback in the NFL QBR-wise last year was worse than Caleb Williams. You talk about the meaningful element of the third down play by the wide receiver. If I was Chicago, I would want him. Number two, if I was Seattle, after signing Sam Darnold, I would want him. I only have Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now, the downside is they're kind of similar player-wise, kind of similar body structure. I totally agree with New England and the Chargers as well. I'd also throw this, Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, maybe because you're going to be so good on the outside, the space that's open in the middle of the field, specifically if you're getting a player like Aaron Rodgers, and then Tennessee.
That would be really a great receiver. DK Metcalf, George Pickens, and Cooper Kupp.
I mean, if you're trying to
maybe
lure,
Cooper could just keep him like.
if you're trying to lure Aaron Rodgers even more so, another wide receiver addition could be meaningful. There's going to be a lot of teams that want Cooper Kupp on their roster, and he's going to be another guy that you just got to manage early on throughout that season to make sure he's at his healthiest and physically at his best in the back end.
I think we're going to see some of the other wide receivers that are still available on the board. As you can see, our countdown to the official start of free agency. You can see right there, Stephon Diggs is an interesting one, right? Because we still don't know exactly how healthy he is. Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Tyler Lockett. I think we all agree that what you've seen from Cooper Kupp, he's the top of that list, right, Dan? But there are some fits there that could make a lot of sense.
Well, Lockett, we've talked about. I think Tyler Lockett should have be a receiver that has a good market. The Amari Cooper one for me, Lewis, is interesting because I think we all thought more production last year when he got traded to Buffalo. But that was a little bit of the product of their reality offensively. The offensive line was so good. They ran the ball so well. It was a ball distribution offense rather than a singular focused wide receiver offense. I wonder if teams still think that he's got a little bit more production in the tank than kind of what we saw numbers-wise last year.
I think, look, between Amari and Lockett, I mean, those are the guys who have the most juice. I mean, and really when you're looking at all these guys,
móc như sau, móc một mũi bính trước này, móc 2 mũi bính. Bây giờ mình sẽ móc những cánh hoa đi, móc cái diềm cánh hoa màu đen cho nó đẹp. Đây, móc lên. Mọi người sẽ móc cho mình 3 lần len lên nhé, để tạo cánh hoa nhé. Đấy, sẽ được 3 lần len lên như thế này. Bây giờ mình sẽ móc mình tạo cánh hoa. Mọi người có thể là móc 2 lần cũng được nhé, 2 lần hoặc 3 lần thì mình thấy cái cánh hoa nó đẹp nhất. Đấy, móc vào đây này.